I'm going to start a few paragraphs into the article for this one. It's a long one, but it's worth it. Like I start out saying in the article, I think I found the place where I would like to be buried. This was a trip to Albarracin, Frias, Calomarde, and Checa. I hope you enjoy. We stuffed our bags and drove off for our 3-day adventure. Albarracin was the perfect start. Upon exiting the tourist building of the village, Kristina stopped a hiker to ask for directions. She said he had trekked over 300 kilometers by himself just to see the place. I looked around and saw the Mudéjar-inspired buildings, the medieval look of them. I looked above as we marched towards the giant city walls that swooped and dipped to crown the surrounding mountain. Then I stopped to catch an obscured view of the thin strip of village below. It's worth it, I said. 300 kilometers for this. It is worth it. What makes Albarracin special today seems to be what kept it prosperous and under Muslim rule from the year 1167 to the year 1300. It is well sequestered from the happenings of the rest of the Iberian Peninsula. I couldn't imagine marching an army to take over the village of just over 1,000 people, 3,878 feet above sea level. It is surrounded and protected by a rugged sierra. It would probably take me more than 100 years to conquer the place too, if that sort of thing interested me. The Spaniards eventually would, and still, Albarracin has been a world all on its own. You're going to hear plenty about all there is to see in Albarracin, and I hope that the photographs that Kristina and I will share with you will help begin your wonder. But what makes Albarracin spectacular is that it's a village wedged in between mountains. There is a slow-moving river that cuts through and nothing to hint that you have left the warmth of the peninsula. It is not the few parts of the village that demands your adoration, it is the entire thing beheld together. Forget an army. You walk through Albarracin and you get this sense that time too has found it difficult to reach the place. There are narrow stone-paved streets with brick and mortar homes which seem desperate to touch each other at their front doors. You sit in the square and it dawns on you that you had missed history, well preserved, like a museum. A 9 out of 10 start to our trip. Kristina and I would eventually leave Albarracin after visually covering as much of the 174.8 square miles as possible. Again, visually. We headed off into the thick night of an old Spanish road towards our hotel in Frias, where we would prepare the next day and decided on exactly what we would do next. Morning came, a long yawn and a quick stretch. Day 2. After breakfast, Kristina asked around for things to do in the area. The kind receptionist slash cook slash server slash manager of the hotel recommended a few places that we could drive to. She suggested that we head over to Calomarde, venturing off from there towards the nearby towns. At the end of her short list of places we ought to see, the sweet lady added, almost as an afterthought, if you don't mind walking, there's a scenic route between Frias and Calomarde. You drive up the road, make a right, and stop when you get to what looks like a pool. Follow the signs till you get to Calomarde. And this is exactly what we would do. We slowed into a dirt patch scattered with ruins at Fuente del Berro and walked 0.8 kilometers to Molino de las Pisadas. A fantastic morning with the love of my life. A pity the pictures we share with you will serve no justice for our moments there. But then we came up to an opening that would begin our adventure for the day, La Ruta del Puente de Toba, 3.6 kilometers up and down the sides of mountains till we would reach the heart of Calomarde. The day before, Albarracin was the perfect start to our excursion because as beautiful as that place is, Kristina and I would have been disappointed by everything that Albarracin had to offer after seeing the path created by the province of Teruel towards the heart of Calomarde. We crossed the shaky wooden bridge into a theme park of nature's imagination. It especially did not make sense that we were enjoying such a walk for free. There was the white mist rising. Hello. I'm going to stop the article here, trying to keep things brief on YouTube, but I assure you, the rest is worth a read. Like I said, I found the place where I want to be buried. Click the article below to find out what I think about the walk from Frias to Calomarde. And to see the rest of our photographs from Albarracin, Frias, and Checa, wait for Kristina's outro. Again, thank you, and I hope you enjoy.
Thank you so much for watching. Our goal is to show you that traveling is more than just visiting a city and observing. Traveling gives us the opportunity to absorb another way of living life. Any other places we should visit? Share your adventure with us by leaving a comment. Make sure you click on our blog, photography and art. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Fans of Kindness, our Facebook page, is also waiting for you. See you in the next video, subscribe by clicking here and you won't miss the next one. Keep your mind open and start planning your next adventure. Until then, be your best and spread kindness.